Hi guys, welcome to Healthy Living with Dr. Kunda, and in this episode I'm going to talk to you about how you can successfully lose weight using intermittent fasting. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Kunda. I'm a medical doctor, public health specialist, and weight loss coach. I've lost over 20 kgs myself, and I've coached hundreds of people around the world to do the same thing. And on this channel, I share tips and tricks on how you can do the exact same thing. So please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Also, you can connect with me across all social media platforms using the link in the description. I'm well known for preaching how it's important to not skip meals while you're losing weight. And because of this, a lot of people ask me, but Dr. Kunda, what about intermittent fasting? Is that a good way to lose weight? And in this episode, I'm just going to break down why, yes, of course, you can do intermittent fasting, but actually give you the right tools and tell you the right way to actually lose weight using intermittent fasting. The very first thing you have to know is the most important thing when you want to lose weight is you have to be in a calorie deficit. This means you should be consuming less energy than you are burning. And this translates into eating less. So one way you can do this is by practicing intermittent fasting, which is just one of many ways that you can actually lose weight successfully. So with intermittent fasting, if you want it to work, here are 3 things that you need to do. Number 1, avoid going from 0 to 100. What do I mean by this? Don't go straight from being someone who's never fasted before to doing a 24-hour fast. You want to build up your endurance with fasting slowly. And a great way to do this is starting with a smaller fasting window, or let's say a larger eating window. So for instance, you can start with eating 6 hours of the day, meaning you're doing a 6-18 fast, or you can start by actually eating for 8 hours of the day, meaning you're doing an 8-16 fast. So having a larger window makes it easier for you to actually stick to it, and it helps you to be more successful with fasting in the long run. So going from 0 to 100, meaning you are starting from never having fasted to fasting for 24 hours plus, can actually be more difficult, and it's easier for you to quit when you're doing it that way. So number 1, if you want to successfully lose weight doing intermittent fasting, you want to start with a larger eating window. You want to start by doing shorter fasts. That's number 1. And then number 2 is you need to watch what you're eating during your eating window. You can't just eat anything, because as I said, the most important thing to follow when you want to lose weight is you need to actually be in a calorie deficit. But if you are making up for the meals that you're missing by eating more during your eating window, you won't be in a calorie deficit. You actually forfeit the deficit, which actually renders all your efforts null and void. So just because you're fasting doesn't mean you can overindulge when you eat, because as I said, when you do that, you offset the calorie deficit, and in the end, work done equals 0. So what do you want to be eating while you're fasting? You still want to stick to whole foods. So you want to be having healthy carbohydrates, that's complex carbohydrates, things like whole grains, starchy vegetables, which includes things like butternut, pumpkin. And then for whole grains, of course, we're talking about things like brown rice. If you're eating things like pasta, you want whole wheat pasta. So you're going for the more wholesome options when it comes to carbohydrates. Then when it comes to protein, you want to focus on lean, less fatty protein, and you are going to have moderate amounts of this, and of course plenty of fruit and vegetables. So if you stick to that type of eating, even during your eating window, despite the fact that you're doing intermittent fasting, weight loss will be a lot easier. And the third thing you want to do is portion control. You still want to follow a proper portion guide even using intermittent fasting. If you are making up for the meals you missed by having double portions during your eating window, your intermittent fasting will not be successful. You will be fasting but finding that it's still difficult for you to lose weight because you're making up for all of the missed calories by eating double during your eating window. If you're following those 3 rules for intermittent fasting, weight loss will be a lot easier. And another way you can actually also help speed things up a bit is by adding some movement. So I like to call it movement instead of traditional exercise, because I know the word exercise can actually be a bit intimidating to some people. And when you think exercise, you're always thinking you have to be in a gym, right? But with movement, it's something that you can practice throughout your day. And one of the best ways to do this for weight loss is just walking more. So this can look like adding more intentional walks to your day, meaning planned walks, or just deliberately, doing more errands and tracking your steps throughout the day. One of the ways I recommend to my clients to actually do this is, if you are running an errand somewhere close to home, instead of driving, you might just choose to take a walk. If you are doing this in combination with intermittent fasting, you get results faster. A great way to do this as well is when you go to the shopping mall. People tend to fight for the parking spots that are closest to the store that you're going to, but why not, actually take the one furthest away from the door? So, malls are quite big. So by the time you're walking to the store you're going to, walking back to the car, you could have done 1,000+ steps. And even that goes a long way towards your daily step goal. So in short, find deliberate excuses to walk throughout your day. It could even look like pacing while you're on your phone. This is a habit that I've done a lot myself. Every time I'm on the phone, I'm picking up a call, I decide to just pace up and down. And this actually goes a long way towards my daily step goal. So it can look like making more deliberate trips to the water cooler or the kitchen, when you're at work. Or it can even look like, instead of sending your assistant, you get up and go to the copy machine. All of that counts as movement for your body, and it doesn't have to be traditional exercise in the gym. In short, follow those 3 rules for practicing intermittent fasting to get the best results, and add some movement to that. Of course, other than using it for weight loss, intermittent fasting also has other health benefits, including longevity. Studies have actually shown that intermittent fasting helps you to live longer. Also, second to that, immunity. Studies also have shown that intermittent fasting helps to boost your immunity. And it also just gives a good rest to your body, your digestive system, and your body is actually able to channel that energy that it's not using to break down food consistently, and channel it to other functions. So people who fast sometimes even report having better focus and more energy during the fasting period. So intermittent fasting is actually useful to the body for a number of reasons outside of weight loss. I hope this was helpful. So for more information, you can get my recipe book, Healthy Eating with Dr. Kunda, which has over 80 simple, delicious, weight loss friendly recipes using realistic, easy to find ingredients. And you can get the book using the link in the description. Also connect with me on all my social media platforms using the links also in the description. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe for more.